And Negroni.
I was going to say the same thing.
Spagliato.
Mm.
With Prosecco in it.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
You choked on popcorn, yes, and then... Sorry.
I don't think Jesus turned water into Prosecco. I've always said that. I've always said that.
I have always said that.
Hi. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
But what we've all got in common
Thank
when
you.
the shit is said and done
Here we go.
is what?
Wait, what are we all having? There's a fucking dead roach in the city
There's
that
a
we
dead fucking
Run.
roach. Dead fucking roach
A
in the
dead-
city.
fucking roach in the city that we run. I'm not reading off anything. That's coming
So-
from my brain.
Okay, well, let's just...
Run.
There's a big fucking roach in the city that we run.
Yeah, we're not going to get copyright strike for that.
It was less than 30 seconds. It was like 10.
I think,
So,
okay, that might be
I think
fine.
we're fine.
Go away, ducky.
Maybe.
Probably not, knowing us.
So that, I don't know what that was, but that's in my head. That's stuck in my head forever now.
Run. That's stuck in my head, too. My neck hurts.
All right, so what you been watching? Just diving right in today. Wait. Actually, scratch that. Grab your cup. Show the people what you ate for lunch.
Oh, we're going to start off with this? Guys, I tried Slim Chickens.
She tried the infamous Slim Chickens.
Seth's like obsessed. So I gave it an 8 out of 10. We already
Okay.
talked about it a little bit because Seth was worried I was going to hate it.
So tell me, like, what do you like about it? What did you not like about it?
Okay. So before that, I'm not somebody who normally orders like chicken tenders. Like if I'm eating chicken, it's like a chicken sandwich or like chicken wings, like bone in. But I wanted to try it. I was just feeling hungry for like anything. So I got them tossed in buffalo sauce because it's my favorite. And obviously it was like DoorDash, so it wasn't like steaming hot, like fresh, but like it's chicken tenders and fries.
Yeah.
It's kind of like always good. But I really liked it. I like that the chicken was like soft and the breading wasn't too much. And the buffalo sauce was good. And I got ranch to dip it in. And their fries were actually really good too. And then like the bread that it comes with. I got a drink and I got a brownie. That brownie was so soft, like so fluffy. So I gave it an 8 out of 10. I think if I was like obsessed with chicken tenders, it'd be more.
Okay.
But yeah, I liked it.
Let me give you a recommendation for next time, since like that's just like obviously what you got was the classic meal. Like that's what you're
Yeah,
gonna,
I wanted to be safe.
that's the traditional, like normally what you would get at Slim Chickens. But I think next time you should get they have a buffalo mac and cheese bowl.
I saw it.
I think you should
like-
get that. I think you would like that.
Okay.
And then for dessert, instead of getting a brownie, get one of their dessert jars.
I saw
because
I
it
saw
comes in a
that.
mason jar that you get to keep.
I was gonna get one. I was like, holy shit! But I've really been craving a brownie. Like I've been
Well, they
talking
have
about
ones with-
brownies for like
Sometimes they have ones with brownies in them.
yeah, they had like a chocolate something one. But I was like, oh shoot! But I'm like,
But also, you don't like cheesecake, so that's fair.
yeah. But I've been really wanting brownies. Like I've been talking about brownies like all week. So when I
me
saw
too,
that, I was like,
honestly.
I'm getting the brownie. Who's never not talking about brownies? Let's be
That's what I'm
honest.
saying. We love brownies. I make brownies sometimes that aren't edible brownies, but they're brownies kind of.
I was
they're-
just talking about-
Sometimes they're more brownie batter than actual solid brownies.
That's still yummy. I like that. I was just
I
talking,
don't think you know what I'm talking about here. You're not
your
getting
poop?
what I'm putting down. Yeah,
Who's ever compared poop to brownies?
me just now. Duh.
Well, you heard it here first. Poop brownies. No, I was just talking, I think, to Justin about brownies, and I was like, I can just make brownies. And I'm like, have I ever made brownies? Or I haven't in like 5 years. So yeah, this has just been a topic all week. But that brownie, it curbed that craving for me now.
You know, comparing poop to brownies actually did remind me of a time There was this illustration that my pastor used one time, and he was like, "You're making." I don't remember what his point was or what it was, but it was about like if you put just like a little tiny specks of poop in your brownie mix, it would ruin the whole batch.
That's it.
No, there was like a point to it. Like there was a reason he was saying it. Like he was relating it to something
like
else.
You can let the little things ruin your entire day or something.
I don't know. I feel like that's how a therapist would use that illustration, not how a pastor would.
What the hell?
I think he would relate the poop to like sin or something.
He should have just said like dirt, like in a brownie. Why turds?
No, he's talking about dog poop. Dog turds, yep.
I'm gonna start saying that. I'm gonna say that to my students.
What?
Like, you put poop in a brownie. They're gonna be like, what are you talking about? Oh, I'm the guest speaker at the graduation, so I have to give a speech. I'll be like, when you got poop in brownies.
Have you heard of ChatGPT? They can help you write that speech.
No, I haven't. Who is that?
Oh my God, you're so blurry right now.
How did I do that? I've been so out of it lately. Like, honestly.
And you're lagging too. Like you're saying stuff, and then your guy, you on the screen is just like.
Like I hate everything.
I see the laugh like 3 seconds after you say it.
Nothing's going right.
You need to get better internet or something.
I just gotta go like this. Wait.
No, seriously. Like it's not like talking to a real person right now.
Yeah, sometimes you do that, and I have to just deal with it. And I'm like the whole time.
Well, sometimes it affects the recording.
Oh.
Say something.
Something.
It's still off. What the hell?
Like my mouth is not on with the words.
There we go. It's it's good now.
No, I'm just like being a ventriloquist. Like
you're just a little less blurry too.
Yay! I'm back.
Okay. All right. Now for the next part of that Slim Chickens talk, because we're not done with that.
Oh yeah. What'd you compare it to?
You froze. Are you frozen?
No, I was thinking. Hello. Am I frozen? I just heard myself.
You were. When I said that, your screen did this. And I was like, "Are you frozen?" And you were like,
"Well, I was like,
you're on not frozen."
I was thinking for like 2 seconds. I was like, so that's why I was like, "Oh no, I'm not frozen." I was like,
all I saw was,
not frozen.
All right, so
Raisin Canes, right?
Yes, Raisin Canes. That's the big debate like I like to have with people, because some people, Pookie, are diehard Raisin Canes fans. And I'm like, if you would just open up your palate and explore a little bit, Slim Chickens has better offerings.
Yeah, I think we kind of started to get into this before, but you can't like toss, I don't think, like Raisin Canes in different sauces. So I like
Raisin
that.
Canes has one sauce, and it's their cane sauce. That's the only sauce you can get at their chicken place.
Yeah.
So let's just take chicken strip, plain chicken strip from each place. Slim Chickens wins hands down. Because last time I had Raisin Canes, their chicken was dry as fuck. Like the only thing
I've only had it like once.
The only thing that makes their chicken good, supposedly, I don't like to try new sauces, is the cane sauce, which I haven't tried because
I've had it. I think it's good.
But then you go to Slim Chickens and you're like, okay, I got a whole list of house-made sauces. I can get my tenders tossed in them, so they're covered in the sauce when I get them, plus a sauce on the side to extra dip it in. Your sides options are more than just fries. You got fries, fried okra, mac and cheese, all kinds of different things. Like Slim Chickens just all around is a better restaurant than Raisin Canes.
It just has more options.
Yeah,
so like
Raisin Canes is like so limited.
Yeah, I haven't had. I think I've had it like once though, because again, I'm not seeking out like chicken tenders.
I will say the one redeeming factor for Raisin Canes is their Texas toast, which I will say is better than Slim Chickens.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not really even a bread person. Again. Oh,
she's frozen. Put her on ice because she's frozen.
So what do we do about that? I can't help it.
We just rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Lean with it, rock with it. When are we gonna stop with it? Lyrics that mean nothing. We were gifted with thought. Is it time to move our feet to an introspective beat? It ain't the speakers that pump hearts. It's our hearts that make a beat.
You have like a light going across your screen. You see that?
Yeah, it's the sun.
You gotta,
I can't without doing this.
Just do that the whole time. We'll both do that.
Oh,
What's
that
in our
reminds me of
hoodie?
something to talk about if we want to. Your
What?
buddy Elon did something.
What do you do?
You didn't see it?
Oh, you showed me it. Wait,
Oh.
we didn't talk about it last time?
I don't know. Maybe we did. We haven't released that episode, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because you showed me it. Oh, yeah, I forgot. So this one's going out. Okay.
Yeah. Our schedule's a little
Whoa.
bit off.
No, we're exactly where we want to be.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What else was I going to say about Raisin Canes? I don't know. In the end, Slim Chickens, 10 out of 10. Raisin Canes. I was going to tell a story.
Sponsor us.
The one time I got chicken strips from Raisin Canes,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, can I get barbecue sauce instead of cane sauce? And she goes, we only have cane sauce. And I was like, all right, I'm never coming back here again.
They probably have ketchup.
No.
Gross.
They just
Gross.
have cane sauce.
Their sauce is good, I think. Again, I only had it once, but
Ugh.
I like ranch with my chicken tender, so that's why I got these tossed in buffalo and then got ranch to dip it in.
I don't like buffalo sauce or ranch.
I'm a ranch
I get-
girly.
I get mine tossed in spicy barbecue and then get like a normal barbecue on the side to dip my fries in.
And I do not like barbecue.
Sometimes instead of sauce, I'll get gravy as like the side dipping sauce to dip my toast and my fries in.
I saw that.
This light's really
See?
bothering me. How do I fix that?
I think you just can you turn like where you're where it's behind you. You can't turn anything. Wait, it's coming on that side now.
Oh my god!
Look.
Is that better
No, it's
for
worse
you?
now. It's worse. No, that's fine. Just leave it.
Here we go. Right here. This is it. This is the spot.
You're like slay. What did I say? I forgot. Yeah, there's just a lot of options
Yeah.
with Slim Chickens. Like now, because once you have Canes once, you're like, okay, I've had everything. But now with Slim Chickens, I'm like, I could still do like so much. Try so much.
Frozen.
All right.
Like a bag of peas, she's frozen.
This is so annoying.
Like Anna at the end of Frozen, she's frozen.
How do I
And
fix
she's
it?
back again.
I hate it.
Elsa's true love sacrifice made her unfrozen.
It's so annoying that I'm freezing. We've had episodes though where you freeze and I have to just like,
She's frozen.
no, I'm not.
You were for a split second.
It's so annoying.
Anyway.
My dog's eating something.
Oh, is it because you're not feeding him enough?
No, I started feeding him normal amounts again. I can't with him. I don't care. Just get fat and die. It's either that or like you're going to eat plastic and die. No, I cut back a little less now on his food.
Okay.
So I'm going to slowly cut back because he was,
Okay. Like one kibble a week you're going to take out.
so he
Okay.
doesn't notice.
Okay.
But while we're on the topic of him really quick, it's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Doc.
He's 9.
Old bitch.
And I gave him some of the bread from Slim Chickens and a French fry.
Oh, happy birthday. That's what I want for my birthday.
Yeah, see? There. That's why Doc was on the list. That's all.
All right. The infamous, most known, favoritist portion of the podcast. Mm-hmm. What is it?
What we've been
Wrong.
watching. What is it?
What we've been watching.
That's what I said. What the heck?
I know.
I'm like, what else do we have going for us?
So what have you been watching?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
So I watched it, I think the first like 3 seasons, like years ago. And I really liked it. Maybe it was the first 4 seasons. I can't remember which one I stopped at, but there was only like 3 or 4 out. So I was like,
Okay.
dang, the next season doesn't come out for like a year, like something crazy. And then I just like forgot about it. And then like life happened, I moved and like all these things. And I think it's on like another platform, whatever. So last night, I was like trying to find something to watch. And it just like popped into my head. And I was like, now you froze.
She's frozen.
And you probably can hear me, but I can't hear you. You look like you're listening so intently. You froze.
Well, I was like listening to see if you were going to say anything, and then you didn't, and then all of a sudden you went like 2 times speed to say, "You probably think I can't hear you," and I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, you were frozen. I was like talking. You were like, I was like, "Wow, he's really listening to me."
Is she going to say something? I'm lost.
Anyway, yeah, I started watching it again last night, and it was so good.
So did you start from where you left off, or did you start from season 1, episode
No.
1?
I started. Am I on season 4 or 5? I can't remember which one I started because I'm like I couldn't remember where I ended.
Okay.
So I can't. I'm either on season 4 or 5 right now.
Okay. Well, I binged the whole thing in like a month. Less than a month. It was like 2 weeks.
It's so good. I miss it. I can't believe I haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah. Well, now I have to wait for season 8 to come out.
When does it come out? Probably in a bajillion years.
No clue. Let's Google it.
Well, I'm going to take my time then watching these seasons. No,
Rick
I'm not.
and Morty.
I just immediately.
Season 8 release date. It says 2025.
No way. Liars. When did season 7 come out?
2023.
Oh, okay then. Not liars.
But there's no time in 2025. It's probably going to be December, though. That's when all the other seasons have come out.
Okay, that. I could work with that. Even though I'll probably be done watching these seasons like this weekend.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, you just get sucked in.
I'm like, oh, I'll stretch it until.
No. I'll be like, oh, now I got to see the next one. What's happening? Because sometimes they'll have cliffhangers. And then it's like, the next episode, they're like, oh, yeah, nothing happened out of that.
But they're so short, too. Like, you could just watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be done this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What are you watching?
So I haven't been watching much, and we'll talk about that kind of in a bit. But I did watch one movie recently called Speak No Evil. The James McAvoy movie.
Have I seen this?
It's where these tourists, no, not tourists, but they move to like London or whatever, and they meet this family, and they kind of hit it off, and then the family invites them to come stay at their like estate ranch type thing, and just hang out with them for a little vacation, and then shit starts getting weird.
Have I seen this? Or were we
And it's
supposed
very predictable. Like I knew from the beginning what was up.
I can't tell if I've seen this or not. It looks so familiar. Like what you're saying too is like
we saw the trailer for it in front of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Maybe that's why. That's why. 'Cause I'm like, but I don't think I've seen it. What's it on?
Max.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's HBO Max. It's either HBO Max or Prime. No, completely wrong on both of those. It's on Peacock.
The one I don't have.
Well, that's my dad's login. Otherwise, I'd share it with you.
Come on. Oh yeah, Peacock. I could pay for it on Prime.
It's pretty cheap. And then that movie you were talking about, Don't Blink.
Yeah.
Did you ever finish it?
No, I've like.
Guess what? It's on Prime for free right now. It just
I have
released.
I have like 10 or 20 minutes left. Oh my gosh.
I started it the other day, and then Pookie called me like 10 minutes into it, and so I didn't get to finish it.
Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy? So I have like a Roku TV. So like.
So do I, yeah.
Okay, so like when you go in, it's like all your like apps or whatever, like on the home. Yeah, and I went to search something, and it always shows like recommended ones, and that movie was like the first one recommended, but I thought like, because I've looked it up in the past. I thought it was just showing it, but I didn't realize it was free.
When I watched Speak No Evil, like I was like, there was another movie trailer I saw that night that I saw the trailer for that one that I wanted to see. What was it called? And I looked it up and I remembered it was the Don't Blink movie or Blink Twice, whatever it's called.
Blink Twice.
Blink Twice, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up to see where it was streaming, and I found it on Prime, and it said available for Prime users in 175 minutes. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to watch Speak No Evil, and then I'll watch like a short episode of like Jeopardy or something, because I love Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And then by that time, it should be on Prime, and I can watch that movie.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
So
did I talked about it on here, I think, already, like how I watched it on a plane, but the plane landed and like I still had 20 minutes left, but I had to get off. And then Yeah, I went to, what was it only on? Like MGM or something weird. Like,
yeah, MGM Plus, which is like an additional subscription on top of Prime, because
Yeah.
Amazon owns MGM now.
yeah, and I remember being like, ugh, do I really want to pay just to watch the 20 minutes? So I was just like, whatever. But
Yeah.
now,
You don't have an excuse.
because it was literally like, I ended like there was like so much going on, and you're like, oh my gosh, like here comes the resolution. And like I didn't get to see that part, so I don't know
Here comes
how
the
it ends.
resolution. We are now offboarding the plane.
Yeah, I'm like, I was even like sitting there like this, and then like people were getting off. And I was like, shoot.
You should have just sat on the plane and be like, I got 10 minutes, let me finish my movie, and then I'll get off.
I'd be like, please. Yeah, I swear. I think it said 20 minutes left, but there was probably credits, so it's probably
Yeah.
like less than that. But it was like,
Yeah.
right in the middle of like stuff happening. Well, maybe I'll talk about the ending next week.
I don't think I got enough sleep last night.
I did 12 hours.
Must be nice. I'm trying to be like you, my boy.
Not whatever episode we're on. You can literally look down here and see.
Well, I don't know how updated that is. So
I've been updating it every week. Like I've
Well,
been
good for you,
typing
because
it.
I haven't.
Okay, so we're on season 2, episode 4.
Except if you're a listener that's watching on YouTube or Spotify, it says like episode like 13, 14, or 15 because I didn't change the season.
Whatevs. Okay.
So that's for our own internal purposes, the seasons are.
What's Higher Throne?
Okay.
What is that?
Yes. Higher Throne. It's a song. It's the one that I played for you.
Okay. Okay.
Not the
yeah.
the SpongeBob one.
Yeah.
But the other
Yeah.
one that I was like, if we do any more of this, I'm going to start crying.
Yeah. It was a vibe.
That is King's Kaleidoscope. Remember the one time that I went and saw 2 King's Kaleidoscope shows like back to back, like one night in one
Yeah.
location, the next night in another. Well, so they did like a live stream of that. And I feel like I've talked about this on here. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. They did a live stream of that same show. And they were also selling the vinyl record for that, which, remember, while we were at B-Dubs when I came for Thanksgiving, I found it and was like, I really want this, but I can't afford it. And then I just made payments on it. And I've paid it off, by the way. It's been paid off.
Ooh.
It's not shipped yet, though, because it's a pre-order. But
Yeah.
so anyway, they did the live stream. And when I bought that vinyl, I got a free ticket to that live stream. So I got to watch it.
Cool.
And they left it up for a week. And so when they left it up for a week, I may have done some shady stuff to download said video to my computer to always have access to it. And then turn it into
How?
an MP3 so that I can put it on my phone and listen to it whenever I want.
How did
And-
you do it?
I'm not giving away my secrets because I just can't.
Is it illegal?
I don't know if it's illegal per se,
It's illegal.
but I'm
Just
sure they
kidding.
wouldn't. I'm sure they wouldn't be happy to know that I just have a copy of it laying around on Google Drive that I could give to anyone at any point.
Sell it.
No, I would never. They're my favorite band. I can't do that to them
You're like, I would never.
unless you want it, listeners. I'm kidding, Chad. If you're listening, I'm
Patreon.
kidding.
Should we start a Patreon?
No, but they do a cover of the song called Higher Throne, which they've covered before in the past, but it got taken off Spotify because they didn't have the rights for it, but it stays on YouTube. And it was done, their original cover was like 10 years ago, and it's just kind of meh. It's not my favorite,
Yeah.
but the version they did for that live stream and for those shows, I can't get enough of it. Like, it's my favorite song right now.
Well, I'm glad you were able to legally get that for yourself.
Well, listen, Linda, once
I
I
mean,
have the vinyl record,
I do the same for like Billie Eilish, so
yeah, it's like unreleased stuff. And then speaking of music, so Max, we remember Max, right?
unfortunately.
Okay, well, there's no more developments. It just kind of relates to him.
You're like, I'm only talking about it so I could put it in the title.
No, I mean, honestly, it draws viewers, right?
I know, right? Max update, question mark?
So if you were to go to his Spotify profile right now, all of his music's gone. It's all gone. Which, like, I was boycotting him anyway and not going to listen to his stuff. But I found another artist that sounds very similar and isn't problematic like Max is.
Yeah.
And his name is Austin. I'm going to butcher this last name. Kukal.
Oh, I see. That's okay. I see that you have that on here.
Yeah.
What if
But
it's
he has-
Kukul?
He has way more listeners, way more songs, and sounds very, very similar.
I think it's Kukul.
I don't know.
I like how that sounds. Austin Kukul.
But Kukal.
Kukul.
He just had an... Oh, no, he didn't.
Koukal for the listeners.
Koukal. First name Austin. Oh my gosh, the sun is getting worse.
It is. It really is.
It's fine. But yeah, I just wanted to shout that out because now I have someone to listen to that's not Max. That sounds like Max. And then I've also been listening to Gary hit him with the Gary hit him with the
Clip that. Editor, clip that.
What we all got in common when the shit is said and done is a dead fucking roach in the city that we run. Okay. Go ahead. You pick a topic. We'll do topic roulette. Oh, I have an idea for next episode. We put all of our topics into the wheel of names.
Yes.
And then we let it decide our next topic.
That'll be fun. I love the wheel.
And we can show it on the screen too. Like we can share the tab and we can I don't know.
And then we can edit the wheel like to different backgrounds too, because I use this for my class. And then you can have a different sound play when it like goes like this, and then when it picks something, you can have a different sound. It's like so funny.
Oh my god, I love that. What if we just did it right now for the rest of this?
No, we gotta save it. Because we already started.
I don't want to wait.
I want to wait because I want it to be.
Okay, fine. We'll just
Do you like how I just highlighted booty hole? Oh, I forgot we already talked about this. Wheat.
I can't spell. Wheel of names to pick topic. ... Oh, also, I forgot to mention in the show notes it says Slim Chickies in parentheses. Raisin Canes taste like licking someone's booty hole. ... Twice.
Unless you like doing, unless you like licking booty hole.
All right, let me do this. Licking someone's
booty hole with poop in it.
Dirty booty hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, much better. Unless you're into that, then whatever.
That's disgusting, but okay.
I wanted to talk about my neck.
Your back?
My neck.
Your back.
Saying
what else?
I'm not saying it. I almost did. I was like, my.
Just do it. Flat out do it. Come on.
Oh, I do need to get a pap smear. I'm due.
Oh, that did not need to know that. Okay, but
I know.
good
I
for
hate
you.
it. I'm due. I don't want to get it.
Good for you. I'm sorry.
They open it and they scrape it out.
No, I know what they do.
I know. It hurts. I don't want one. Anyway, I'll update when I get it. My neck.
My back.
So I've talked about it, right? All my neck issues.
Yes.
Okay, I finally went to the doctor a month later.
Okay.
Because remember, the muscle relaxers weren't working, like all this stuff. But I'm like,
oh yeah, you told me about this kind of on the phone, but never told me details.
Yeah, I want to go into it. Well, it's nothing that crazy, but I still have to follow up because like when you get seen like off base or whatever, you have to go in, follow up, document it. And I'm like, I'm on muscle relaxers. I need that to be like in the system, and for disability, I just want to like,
Yes, give me disability for getting a crick in my neck.
It was so bad though. I'm still not like even better. Like even right now, I'm like my neck kind of hurts, but like I'm able to ignore it. But anyway, so I go, and I'm like, I almost didn't even want to go because they're gonna be like, yeah, let me write this down, you fucking baby, because like I hate going to the doctor. They make me feel so stupid there.
Agreed.
So the lady, she like felt my spine. She was feeling it to make sure I wasn't like, like on my bone, like my actual spine.
Yeah.
And then she was having me like look left, look right, which I could do. But she's like, as far as you can, like as far as you can. And she's like, all the way. And I'm like, like, and then like up. And she's like, asked me how it feels. And like I can look up, but I'm like, oh, it just feels like it's gonna like rip, like right here. And she's like, that's like not good. Like it's still tight. And then like look down, like I don't know if that's very far, but it starts to hurt if I look down anymore. And then she had me do this, like put your ear, to your shoulder. And I was like, and she's like all the way. And I'm like, it doesn't go anymore. Like it doesn't, it feels like it's going to tear. And she's like, because I thought I was like better because I can like turn my head now, but I have like restricted. It's like so tight I cannot like turn and stuff. So she put me on a profile, the first thing, and she like said it so fast. She's like typing blah blah till March 9th, and I'm like, wait, a profile until like March 9th? And she was like, yeah. And I just hate that, but also I'm like, it's for a reason. Like I can't like move my neck, and I don't want to tear it again. And then she put me in for physical therapy for like a few weeks or whatever, I think until my profile was done, just because to get my full like range of motion back, like in my neck. And I was like, I really didn't think they were going to do anything, but like she seemed to like listen to me and be like, okay, like I can see that you can't move it. Cause like they would be like, oh, you can move your neck, you're fine. But she was really looking, like she was like, that does not look good. So I'm going to start that up. And then she was like, and then you got scans done? And I'm like, no. And so she put me in for an x-ray. She's like, go get it like right now. So they did an x-ray of like, just like the top, like of my, my neck and everything like that. She's like, just to be sure, like nothing's wrong. So I get the results for that probably next week. But if they don't call, she said that means they found nothing. But if they call me,
you can go look in Genesis and see your results before they call you. Yeah.
So it said, it said pending, like not available till Monday.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go look like first thing Monday. Okay. I want to know. But that's kind of cool. Like a scan on my like spine. Like I might print that out. Isn't that cool? Like imagine. Or like, how cool it'd be to get like a scan of your brain as long as it's not like has issues or like.
So not our brains.
Yeah, not ours. But a scan of imagine it's like tiny in there. But have like on the wall. Like
they're like, this is the active part of your brain. See how it takes up less than 1% of the space in your head?
And this is the mental illness part. And you're like, oh, no good.
No
but yeah,
bueno.
so I thought that was like really one of the first times I've gone to the doctor and they like actually listened and did something. And we're like, oh yeah, like I see that you're restricted. And I'm like, because I was going to cancel that appointment. Like I was about to be like, this is stupid. Like I'm not going. I feel stupid. But it's documented. So like if down the road it happens again or like disability stuff, like having a sore neck, like it can be linked to, this time. So
get that disability, that VA rating up. You know what I'm saying? So
even if you feel stupid, still go to the doctor.
Document if you're in the military, document everything. You stub your toe, go to the doctor, get it documented.
And I know, like for me, I'm like, oh, I hate going. Like I hate like this. I was literally going to cancel this appointment. I'm like, this is stupid. Like it takes up so much of my time, so much of my day. Like for what, But after I went this time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to start documenting everything. Like in the end, it's like my life, to take control of, and like at the end, nobody's going to care except for like yourself. So I'm like, I'm not going to like go and just make like stuff up or anything, but. Yeah, like any issues like my neck, like normally now that I'm kind of better, I would never like go, but I decided to. So, and like that could actually like develop into like a serious issue. Like I don't want to mess around with my neck. Like that's kind of scary. And I hope my like x-ray comes back fine because that's kind of scary too.
They're gonna be like, you have a small tear in your spinal muscle.
And be like, prove it.
You need
it's
surgery.
Literally in your x-ray. No. My mom keeps freaking out. She's like, oh my God, you can't have surgery. Do whatever you can to not. I'm like,
why?
Rex, you're scaring me. Because it's just a scary like area. She just doesn't like anything having to do with like the spine or like.
But the doctors are professionals.
Are they? Some of them.
They wouldn't be allowed to perform a surgery if they couldn't do it properly.
Yeah, but there's like some that fuck it up. that would be on me. No, I mean, obviously no one wants surgery. Like if there are other options, if they're like, oh, we can try physical therapy for this long, and if it's not better, surgery is an option, you know, but I'm not going to be like, cut me open, get her done. If I don't have to. Mm-hmm. Like, especially on that area, it's just like a scary spot. Because nerves and spinal.
Gary hit him with the mouth.
While we're on the topic of like doctors and stuff, I think... So I was saying how... Did I already say it? I can't remember if it was our conversation before or on here, but like... No, about like...
The muscle relaxer's not working?
No, not that. Like about how I'm feeling lately. How I'm like... Oh, we watched that video, I remember. And I was like... Oh, and now I don't feel like that. Like I was like, oh, I'm on medication for anxiety. And now I'm like... I feel so good and happy lately. But it's because I ran out of my meds. And you're not supposed to stop them, like, abruptly. Like, you're can't do that. You're supposed to wean
off them, yeah.
Yeah, because it can, like, cause a lot of issues. I just stopped because I'm out, and I called, like, this past week, and they're not ready until Tuesday, and I'm like, I'm fucked. So I've been out of it. Like, even today, like, I, like, woke up, and I was like, why do I feel drunk? I haven't drank in, like, a week.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy. So hopefully I don't have any seizures. If my mom's watching this, I'm sorry.
Why are you like, why are you what are you shaking for right now? Why are you just like why is your body going crazy right now?
What?
You can't see it? You can't tell?
Whatever. I'm like, huh? No, my mom. She doesn't like that I'm on these meds, but I'm like, hello, I'm crazy. No, but she's just like, never stop them. You're gonna have seizures. I mean, I just feel weird.
Is she a doctor?
She's a nurse. So better than a doctor. With not better, but they know a lot more usually.
They're like farmers insurance. They're like, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We know a thing or two. But anyway, yeah, I'm off my meds. So the title of this, we're off our meds. It's like a YouTube thumbnail.
I'm not on any meds. So
we are off the meds.
Off the meds. All right.
You don't have anything on here. I'm like looking. It's all my stupid bullshit.
I don't know what to talk about. Okay, fine. I'll tell a story.
Okay.
Welcome back to Story Time with Seth. The part of the show.
You gotta do the sound.
I was getting there. The part of the okay. Welcome back. Stop laughing.
Editor, cut that.
Welcome back to Story Time with Seth, the part of the show where Seth tells a story. So there I was, one fateful morning. We'll call it Monday morning. Monday, what was this Monday? The date? January. Hang on. Where's my calendar at?
20th.
Monday, January 20th, also known as Martin Luther King Day and Inauguration Day. Seth works a job where getting off for holidays is not very common at all. So Seth, having just returned from Hawaii on a couple days before that, drives all the way to his work on that Monday. He arrives to the work parking lot ready to pull in, park, walk in, and do his job, right? Mm-hmm. But when he arrives at the gate, he noticed that it's closed shut. The guards are behind it, but it's still closed shut where you cannot drive in. He gets a little concerned, and he's like, where do I park? So he texts the guy that he's replacing. Hello, the gate is closed. Where do I park? No response. So he texts again. Do I need to park somewhere special today? Because it's a holiday. I know it's Martin Luther King Day. And no response. So Seth calls. He calls his replacement to try to get an answer, to figure out where to do, what to do, where to park, where to go, how to get to his job today. No response. A few minutes go by. He's driving in circles, trying to figure out where to park, what to do, how to get in. He doesn't have his badge, badge to get him in off hours yet. So Seth starts freaking out a little bit. Then all of a sudden, ring, ring, ring. He picks up the phone. Hello? It's the guy he's replacing. Hello? You called? It sounded like he had just woken up. Yes.
Because he had.
Do we have to come into work today? Are we coming into work today? I know it's a holiday, but are we coming into work today? No. I completely forgot to tell you. I don't know. I haven't had junior Marines in forever, so I forgot to tell you. You can just go home. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. So Seth looks in the mirror at himself and goes, what the hell? I drove 30 minutes to work just to be told, go home. So he begins the drive home, ready to go about his day, and then remembers, it's inauguration day. So he goes home. He opens his door. He unlocks it.
He realizes he needs WD-40 for the hinges.
He steps inside. He calls to his device that controls his lights and says, I am home. The lights pop on. He turns on the TV, opens up to his guide on his satellite TV, on his antenna TV. He goes to the latest channel, Fox News. All of a sudden, a man on the screen starts singing opera. And then he texts Dak, should we record today?
Did you?
I don't know, there's something like that.
Yeah.
This has been Story Time with Seth. Till next time.
Did you like that I was acting it out like as you were doing it? And then at one point I forgot. And I was like, oh yeah.
I was like, how do I make this the most entertaining story that I can?
It actually was entertaining.
I try sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like it was giving NPR.
It was good. And I was acting out, which was fun for me.
And that was Mozart's Fifth Symphony, which inspired generations of people to make more music.
It kind of made me want to read like a script. Like, we should write one and like read it on us.
I've written a script. Would you like to act it out? I think it would be so much fun. Except all the characters are guys except for one.
I could do that.
So I'd have to do all the characters. It's a very emotional script too.
We could do that. And is it like good to read like right now? Or
Yeah, like
do
I
you want to
have
like
it.
edit it?
Like we could read it right now if you wanted to. It's kind of
Is it
long though.
long?
Let me look at
We
how
could
many pages
also have
it is.
AI like make one up.
I actually don't know where it's saved.
For,
I
like,
think it's in
maybe
my
read.
in my OneDrive.
Wait, did I ever tell you for why did we do this in class? We read from a script from Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. And so us instructors at the front, like we each had a character reading, and then we had a couple students. Oh, because we were doing script writing, so we like performed it at the front. And like a script from Lord of the Rings at the front of the class. It was so funny. We were all getting into it. I don't know if I ever told you that, but
I don't know. Oh my gosh, I have a bunch of movie scripts saved too. There it is, The Lake. That's first draft. I don't know if this is the most recent.
The Lake.
Yep.
Oh, did you know this Super Bowl is Super Bowl Licks?
I don't know if I have the most. I have the final draft on here.
If you know, you know.
Oh no.
What?
I don't think I
not?
have the most final draft on here. And in fact, I don't know where that
Thumbnail.
would be saved at all. I have
the final draft?
I have it printed off somewhere too.
I love
no,
doing
this might
fake
be it because
thumbnail
I
faces.
printed it out when I was in the schoolhouse.
I love
It's not
doing
opening.
fake thumbnail faces.
Gary hit him with the You know the sponge like money.
Those are my thumbnail faces.
I didn't
Thank
make
you
any
for-
thumbnail faces.
No, I was doing them.
Why is it not opening? Is my OneDrive screwed up right now? Let me just log in this way. OneDrive. Are we going to act it out today? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. Is it long though? Let's just do like a portion of it. I just felt like it, like when you were reading that story, when you were saying that story.
Okay, let's see. My files.
Can I tell a story while you're looking?
Yeah, go for it.
I went to the Annapolis Mall for the first time, which it's pretty awesome. Like they got a lot of cool stuff in there. I want to go back, but they have like a claw machine like area. It's cool. But I tried a Korean, is it a Korean corn dog? Where they have like the weird, like they'll have like potatoes on the outside of it or like whatever. I got a mozzarella and with a hot dog in it. Corn dog, but the outside had this like breading on it with hot sauce and honey mustard. Oh, it was exquisite. 10 out of 10 would recommend. They have other Korean corn dogs there that I have to try, but just thought I should say that here because I've always wanted to try one. And it was at the mall, so I was a little suspect of it, but it was good.
It's 15 pages, but this is not the final script because the final script has a quote at the end. Okay, but we can go ahead and read through some of it, I guess.
Okay.
You want to go through like the most emotional scene? Do you want to go from the beginning?
I don't know how to read it. Like how emotional I'm supposed to read it because I've never like read it before. So
let me just. This is why does it say page 5 out of 11? I'm on page 1.
Also, it's tough for me to be serious about anything ever.
Yeah, I'm aware. All right, let's share screen.
Do you like my hoodie?
Is a dead fucking roach in the
It's not
city
mine.
that we...
I cannot see that.
Yeah, wait, I'm zooming in. Can you see that?
Can you just share it with me? Because now I'm going to have to like scroll. Or you're going to have to scroll while I... You wrote this when?
A couple years ago.
Ew, I just smelled this. And
How do you want me to send it to you?
I don't know. My email? Google
Wait, hang
Docs?
on. I have an idea. Share. Let me stop sharing the screen real quick. Stop sharing.
Yeah, just show
Copy
the people
link.
my email.
Wow, there's a lot of people who've looked at this file.
Really?
I'll add it to the show notes. I'll add the link to the show notes for you. All right. That's the wrong button. Control V. Boom. That should take you to it.
Click. All right, let's see. Aha!
All right. There's quite a few characters in this.
We need a narrator.
Hunter is like our main character.
Interesting name.
Daniel is Hunter's dad, right? Mm-hmm. And then Liz is Hunter's wife. And what is his son's name? What did I name his son? Samuel is Hunter's son.
Okay, so Hunter's the dad, Liz is the mom, Samuel's the son.
Yes. And then Daniel is the grandpa of
Okay.
the family. Yep.
Hunter's dad.
But Daniel, we'll just read through it. All right, ready? We'll set the scene. Welcome to Script Reading with Dak and Seth. We're currently reading through the first draft because he couldn't find the most recent draft. The first draft of my script called The Lake, based on a short story called Once More to the Lake. So here we go. External. Day passed. A young boy, young Hunter, is sitting next to his dad, Daniel, on the bank of a lake fishing. Hunter is an innocent young boy who adores his father, Daniel. Daniel is a loving father who would do anything for his son. It is late in the afternoon, and the sun is setting while the two fish. Daniel reaches into the bag and pulls out a can of worms.
And who is Daniel?
You're Daniel. I'm
You
playing
didn't tell
Hunter.
me.
Hunter's the main character.
Who's Liz?
You can play Liz too.
Okay, Daniel is the dad.
Okay.
In order to get the fish to bite, we need to have the perfect bait.
Wow, that sounded nothing like how I envisioned Daniel to sound, but fine.
I'm a fucking girl. What the heck?
Daniel
Okay,
pulls a large worm out of the can. Ew, who'd want to eat a worm, Dad?
the fish, son.
Daniel puts the worm on the hook as he says this. He hands Hunter the pole. Daniel points towards a brushy area on the bank next to them.
If you'll cast your bait right there next to those bushes, I bet you'll catch a whopper.
Hunter nods and carefully casts his pole into the lake. As the hook flies through the air, jump cut to internal Hunter's dining room, night, present day. Adult Hunter, a distant and troubled father, sits at the dining room table surrounded by his family. Liz, Hunter's wife, is trying to get his attention.
Babe, babe, babe.
Hunter snaps out of his daze and looks at his wife. What? I'm sorry.
Babe, are you going to say grace?
Hunter, still dazed, looks at her blankly for a beat. Liz rolls her eyes and looks at their son, Samuel. Samuel is an innocent young boy whose hero is his father, Hunter.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Samuel, would you say grace?
Samuel nods his head timidly, bows his head, and begins to pray slowly. Dear Lord, bless this food. Help us to be thankful for the grace you have given us. And please, let me and Dad catch a lot of fish this weekend. Liz and Hunter glance at each other and share a smile. Samuel and Liz start eating their food, but Hunter stays still and stares off into the distance. External, outside adult Hunter's house, day. Hunter gets into his truck and closes the door. Liz walks up to Samuel's window.
Good morning, sweetie. Are you excited?
Samuel is bouncing up and down in his seat with excitement. He nods his head. Uh-huh. Liz smiles brightly.
Well, try not to have too much fun without me.
She hands him a toy, which he gleefully grabs and pushes back his hair and kisses his forehead. Liz walks around to the front of the truck up to Hunter's window. Hunter rolls down the window without looking at her.
Are you going to be okay?
Hunter stares out the front of his truck. Yeah, I'll be fine. Liz looks at him with concern. She reaches up and puts her hand on his cheek, forcing Hunter to face her and look at her.
Hey, he wouldn't want you to remember him like this.
Hunter nods as his eyes wander from Liz's face. Liz pulls his face to regain his tension again.
Hey!
Hunter's eyes come back to hers.
Go have some fun with your son.
Liz and Hunter smile at each other. I will. I love you.
I love you too. Stop chuckling.
They give each other a quick kiss goodbye as Hunter starts the truck. See you later. Liz smiles and waves at Hunter as he backs the truck out of the driveway. Internal, Hunter's truck cab, day. Hunter drives the truck as Samuel sits in the back of the truck playing with his toy. Dad? Yeah, Sam? What was Mom talking about? When? When we were at the house. Why'd she ask if you were going to be okay? Well, when I was younger, about your age actually, your grandfather and I used to go out to the lake quite often. Oh, we're not supposed to talk about him, are we? Hunter's eyes snap up to his rearview mirror to see Samuel slumped in his seat. Slumped in his seat. I don't know what that means. To see Samuel slumped in his seat with his eyes downcast. What do you mean we aren't supposed to talk about him? Samuel shrugs his shoulders a bit as he voices what he assumed from his father's actions. Well, every time we talk about him, everyone gets really quiet. So I thought we weren't supposed to talk about him. Hunter, struggling for words. What? No. Hunter stops and regains his composure. It's fine to talk about Grandpa. In fact, I want us to talk about him more. It's just a little sad to remember him sometimes. Samuel sits up ready to ask his dad questions about Hunter's childhood and his grandfather. Really, Dad? Sure, son. You can ask 3 questions, and then we can move on to something else. Samuel scrunches his eyebrows as he thinks of some good questions to ask his dad. Okay. Well, did Grandpa ever ground you to your room or from anything? Hunter smiles as he recalls the time he was grounded for a week. Yes, son, he did. There was this one time when I was around, 16 or 17, and my friends were all going to a place called Gary's. It was a little ice cream shop just down the road. My parents let me drive their old station wagon. We were all having a good time hanging out and eating ice cream, and then we got in our cars to head back home afterwards. But as I backed out, boom, I hit another car. Samuel has a look of shock when his father says this. Oh, no. Yep, I don't think I've ever seen my dad or your grandpa as angry as that. It was one of the only times I've ever heard my dad utter a cuss word. He grounded me for about 3 weeks, and I wasn't allowed to go anywhere but school, and he made me walk there. Cuts. External, internal, the lake, day, present. The two men get out of the car and begin unloading supplies for the weekend. Samuel is distracted by the big lake that is bright and shimmering. Whoa, Dad, look! It's so much bigger than the pool that Mom takes me to. Yeah, son, it is quite big. Your grandpa referred to it as the Great White Lake, which is a callback to the title of the short story that this is based upon. Samuel turns around, quickly distracted and full of energy, then runs towards the cabin, anxious to get in. Hunter chuckles lightly. I'm sorry. Hunter grabs the bags and follows his son to the door and gently opens it with a look of remembrance as nothing had changed from his time that he visited with his dad. Samuel, excitedly, Dad, look! Bunk beds! Look at how big that kitchen is! Hunter becomes distracted. Yeah, Fades to the past. So this is a flashback now. So this is like inside, outside, the lake, day, past. The door handles jiggles to show someone about to enter. A frustrated grunt is heard through the door as Daniel struggles with the lock. The door busts open and young Hunter rushes in with excitement.
You froze, so hold on, because I don't know where you're at. What did you just read? Okay, you're back.
Okay, we'll restart this scene. Okay,
I was like, oh no, I can't hear him.
So we're on the flashback here.
Okay, yeah.
The door handle jiggles to show someone about to enter. A frustrated grunt is heard through the door as Daniel struggles with the lock. The door busts open and young Hunter rushes in with excitement.
There we go.
Yay, we made it. It's so big.
Wait, do you probably have it? Looks like someone is ready for a week on the lake.
Daniel sets his bags down by the door and picks up young Hunter and places him on his shoulders. Dad, look! Bunk beds! Look at how big the kitchen is! It's fading back into the present. As the scene fades into the next, we hear both young Hunter and Samuel overlapping and saying the same things. We have so much room for activities, Dad. This is going to be so much fun. Sharp cut to the present. Boom. Immediately in the present. Samuel speaks and the scene is solely in the present. Whoa. That's a big fish. Samuel points at the fish that is mounted up on the wall. Hunter smiles and begins to speak. Yeah, son, I actually helped your grandpa catch that fish when I was around your age. Can you tell me about it, Dad? Hunter contemplates whether to tell him the story now or later. We see the pain in his eyes as he recalls such a wonderful memory of his dad. I'll tell you what. Help me get all this unpacked, and I'll tell you the story tomorrow while we're on the boat. Next scene. Inside the cabin, night. Hunter is tucking Samuel into bed and gently sits down on the bed. Dad, can I tell you something? Yes, son. I love you. Hunter smiles and hugs his son. I love you too, son, and don't you ever forget that either. Hunter kisses his son on the forehead and turns off the lamp. Cut to black. Outside, on the boat, the next day, it's about midday. Samuel and Hunter are on a boat in the middle of the lake fishing. We can hear the crickets chirping. Son, by the way, OS means off-screen. Daniel off-screen, so it's focused on Samuel. Son, one
Aren't
day
I
you'll...
Daniel?
Huh?
Aren't I Daniel?
Wait, is this the past? Oh my god, this is... Wait.
Like, I think he's, like, hearing it, like, inside.
Oh, you're right.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, start over.
Okay, so this is a scene, and, like, he's hearing his dad's voice in his head. Okay. Samuel and Hunter are on a boat in the middle of the lake fishing. We can hear the crickets chirping.
Son, one day you'll have a kid of your own, and you'll bring him to this lake in search of Bartholomew.
Hunter smiles as he recalls his father's words. Dad, where are the fish? Be patient, son. There's a phrase my dad used to say to me. Patience is a virtue best taught by waiting for the fish to bite. Samuel squints his eyes because his young mind doesn't quite understand what his father means by this. Samuel, but aren't the fish hungry? I know I am. Samuel sighs and looks down. Hunter pulls out a sandwich and Samuel turns around at the sound of the plastic bag crumpling. It's your grandpa's secret recipe. Samuel takes a sandwich and begins to chow down. In between bites, Samuel says, Dad, how come we've never visited Grandpa? We can see pain on Hunter's face as Samuel asks this question. Well, that's a long story for another day. Your grandpa and I, well, we had our differences and one of us couldn't put them aside. What does that mean? Samuel asks this question with innocence as only a child could. Nothing, son. You'll understand when you're older. Samuel, that's what you always say. Why can't I just be old enough already? They're on the shore of the lake, midday. Hunter drags the boat ashore to ensure it doesn't float away. He grabs a cooler and the fishing gear and heads to the house. Samuel follows behind him with the fishing net slung over his shoulder. As they walk up to the house, Samuel catches up to his dad. He looks up at him and slides his hand into his father's. Hunter looks down at his son. One day, son, you're going to grow up and have a son, and he'll be the most adorable, little thing ever. You'll love him with your whole heart. Hunter picks up his son. Then, son, you'll understand. You'll understand the pain, the fear, and the overwhelming love it takes to be a father. Mind you, I wrote this having no clue what fatherhood is like.
Yeah.
Hunter sets down his son, and both of them go inside to the house. They're now outside the lake in the day. Outside the lake house day. Hunter and Samuel are loading up their bags into the truck to head back home. They both load into the cab of the truck and drive off. As they drive, the scene intercuts between the pain and emotion on Hunter's face and a flashback from Hunter's major fight with Daniel. Hunter is being brought to tears with the thoughts of this particular memory. Here's the memory. Hunter burst out the front door with Daniel following after. Hunter is clearly angry at his father, and through the door we can see Daniel's wife sobbing in a chair.
Son, come back here.
Hunter turns around halfway off the porch. Why, Dad? Why? Why should I ever come back? Ever?
Son, please.
No, you don't get to son me. You cheated on Mom for 6 years. 6 years, Dad. You're supposed to be the fucking pastor of our church. You lied to us. You lied to all of us. Mom, me, the church. How are you supposed to be the example to my son? We all looked up to you, Dad, and you failed us.
Oh. Please, let me explain.
What is there to explain, Dad? All those nights you spent writing your sermons, were you over there with her? Fuck you, Dad. Fuck you. Don't expect to ever see me again, you pious, selfish asshole. In tears, Hunter gets in his car and drives off. Daniel watches him leave, falls to his knees, and begins sobbing.
I have to get in character. What have I done? Oh, God, what have I done?
Back in the present. Hunter pulls up and puts the truck in park. They are now in the parking lot of a graveyard. The camera doesn't show the graveyard yet. Hunter looks at his son with his face battered from the flood of tears. Come with me, son. Where are we going, Dad? To introduce you to someone that you should have met a long time ago. Hunter grabs some flowers and they both get out of the truck and begin walking. Hunter stops in front of a headstone, places his hand atop the stone, kneels and places flowers on Daniel's grave. Samuel, meet your grandfather. He died about a year ago. I wish now that I had taken you to see him sooner. Camera pans into the sky and fades into the next shot, which is a flashback. The hook from the beginning, that he cast at the beginning, continues to fly through the air and lands in the water. Hunter looks up at his dad and smiles. Daniel looks down at his son.
Son, I love you more than anything on this earth. Don't ever forget that.
Cut to black. And
oh my God. So they never caught any fish in the whole thing, right? I was like waiting for that.
well, there's a whole other draft that like has more in it. Like there's more to it. And I had more like
this
ideas.
Is fun. We should
I had
do this.
more ideas of where to take the story, Like at one point I was like, oh, I'm going to put in a scene where Daniel gets this VHS tape and it's a video of his dad's, and this was really dark. I don't know why I ever had this idea, but Daniel was supposed to commit suicide. Like he was going to shoot himself in the head. But before he did that, he was recording a message and then recorded him shooting himself.
Wow,
on a
that's
VHS
deep.
tape to give to his son. And it was
Yeah.
like this huge apology to everyone.
That'd be good.
And then there's more depth in like the scene of the flashback where they're fighting and whatnot. And there's more resolution because it kind of just is like, oh, here's this big fight. He's over it now. And then there's a quote that pops up on the screen at the end that's about like forgiveness and like, you know, time heals wounds, things like that.
Yeah. I like this. We should do this more.
So that was the short story that I've written.
I like that.
First draft. I really wish I had the most recent draft for you, but you know.
Let's do it again, like more. Or we're gonna have AI just like write one and we'll read it. Like every once in a while we'll do it.
I don't know. We could do like full movie scripts. Like we could be like, we're going to do a scene from John Wick today.
Or on our Patreon for an extra bonus episode, we could like read scripts.
Join us on Patreon to have reenactment of movie scripts.
Yeah, we'll make a Patreon so you can join it.
Just for that.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. Oh my God.
Okay, I feel like I've read up all my topics with that 15-minute, 20-minute script we just
Was it
read.
that long? That was fun. Let's... I don't have anything else to talk about. I went to New Jersey last weekend. Did I already talk about that?
Actually, I think you did.
Because I visited my dad for his birthday. But his birthday
we
was
recorded
Monday.
right after you got back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I talk about this VR thing that I'm watching?
No.
It's another Joe Rogan episode. It's a physicist. He says that all of this is basically a simulation and it's VR. It's very conspiracy. I've been listening to it. It's been rotting my brain.
Sounds very stupid.
And then I want to talk about this, but I wanted to go more into this.
So we save it for next week's episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have way more to go into that.
Well, thank you for watching the Yapaholics. I am Seth. I am also Hunter. I also played the role of Samuel in today's episode.
And I am Dak, also known as Daniel and Liz.
Thank you for watching our episode and listening to us yap for an hour and 10 minutes almost.
Yep.
Yappity yappy yap. Bye bye. I don't know how to end it still.